Hi guys, it's Bobbi from Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings. How you going? Okay, so yes, this is what I look like first thing in the morning. So basically, I've not long rolled out of bed. It's bright in here because I've got lots of lights on because I need it for this, but it's quite early. Now, what I wanted to do is while I'm thinking about it, so I will say, over the past probably week, and I've spoken to my business partner, Sophie, about this. So over the past week, I've been really sluggish. I've been really yuck. Not COVID. I have been checking. Not COVID. I've been feeling really fatigued, really run down, just as though I'm wading through quicksand. It's been horrific, to be perfectly honest with you. So the big thing is, I did my new moon on Sunday. I did my new moon big cleanse, which I always do. I did a big smudge. I wrote my list. I did everything that I do. I smudged myself. I did my meditations. I did my clearings and my cleansings. I did everything, my wish list, everything. And, put jewelry out, gemstone jewelry out, under the new moon, because I always do, to bring in new moon energy. Now, I'm playing with this for a reason. So, I have this necklace that I bought a long time ago. Now, whenever I struggle with things, or whenever I need that extra oomph, even though it's meant to be a butterfly, when I first seen it, to me this resonated as Archangel Raphael, and it's adventuring. So, this here I always wear, and I wore this for probably about 2 weeks straight. I woke up Monday morning, and now this never comes off my neck, and you can see nothing's broken, catches aren't broken, nothing's broken. I found this next to my head on my pillow. Like, it wasn't even down by my side, it was next to my head by my pillow. It should never have come off, and then if it had have come off, it should never have been in the position that it was. So there was this, and this was on the Monday morning after I'd done all my new moon cleansings and incantations and all my new moon work, all my smudging and everything. Then this morning, now I bought this, and it has the evil eye on it, and this is what I was playing with. So I'm going to show you. It has the evil eye on it, the hamster with the evil eye. Now this here I have not taken off for probably 8 months since I've had it. Not taken it off, never had a problem with it. It's never come off, it's never fallen off. And I woke up this morning, and once again it was next to my head, so I could find it on my pillow. So this is what happens when your jewelry takes a hit for you, when your gemstone jewelry takes a hit for you. It will come off. You'll find it. It won't always disappear, and it won't always shatter. So a lot of people talk about when your gemstone jewelry, when certain things take a hit for you, that they disappear. They don't always disappear. They don't always break. They don't always shatter. Sometimes they just come off, and you find them in the most obscure place, or you find them in the most obvious place where they just shouldn't have been. So next to my head on my pillow, that should never have been. And this was almost the day before in the same spot. And these are after I've done cleansings and clearings. So someone has been sending me some negative juju, negative vibes, negative energy. Now, remember, it may be that they haven't done it intentionally. It may be that they've just been so jealous, so envious, so wrapped up in their own, misery, that when their emotions are peaked and they're actually thinking of you with that misery, and they're actually going, what they're doing is they're creating a curse. So with intense emotion involved in the negative thoughts, and it's directed at you, it doesn't mean that they're deliberately doing it. It may be that it's actually happened because they was so wrapped up in their own upset, their own frustration at their own life, at their own self, at where they're not going. It may be jealousy, it may be envy, it could be any of those emotions, any negative emotion. And if they're having those negative thoughts, those negative emotions about you, and then combining emotion into it, like really intense emotion, that is the beginning of a curse. And then the longer it goes on, the more it builds. And that's where you've got to start looking at. And I'm not saying always look to the spiritual side if you're getting sick for no valid reason. Look, obviously physical, then I'm saying go to the doctor, but also don't discount that it may be spiritual. Don't discount that it may be someone targeting you, having it in for you. I already know who it was. Spirits told me who it was. It's someone who I considered a friend. It's someone who has issues themselves and they need to deal with their own issues. It's someone who is not happy with their own life, and that's okay. Because I don't believe, and that's why I say about, some people don't realise. I don't believe that it's been an intentional thing. I don't believe, I'd be horrified if it was, and Spirit is telling me it's not. Spirit is telling me just that they're so bitterly unhappy with their own life. They are so jealous of what I'm doing, so envious of what I'm doing, so, feeling, and they're stagnating. It's almost like they're in quicksand drowning, and I'm, going ahead, opening a shop with my bestie and doing everything, all the things that Spirit wants me to do, but they're not understanding that when they let go of their me, and their pity party, that good things will happen for them. And this happens with everybody. So people get wrapped up in their own little pity parties, their own little me's, and they become so highly strung and emotional that they focus on a person. Whether the person deserves it or not doesn't matter. They are just happen to be a random target. I happen to just be a random target. This person, who I considered a friend, can see me evolving and raising higher and higher and higher, and they are not. They are stagnating. And that's sad. But that's their issue. That's their drama. But, I put this down to, maybe it was because I did the big old cleansing and I didn't, take this off, and maybe the Spirit was telling me I need to take this off and do a bit of a cleansing. So I put that out, for lunar cleansing. And then when this was off this morning, I've gone, hell no, this is why I've been sick. This is why I've been sludgy. This person has created this energy and they are targeting me. Unconsciously, I believe. I really do. I would be devastated to think that someone who I was quite close to at one stage in my life would target me like this. But I'm going to say a lot of this is since they've heard about the shop. A lot of this is since, they've had to deal with the fact that they are not progressing in their life how they would like to. And that's their issue. That's not mine. The same as this curse. This curse is their issue, not mine. And so I will be returning it to them, but I will be returning it with love. I won't be returning it as a curse because I don't do that shit. I'll be returning it as love. So a really big thing I want everyone to consider is, are these things happening to you? And are you getting there and going, maybe it's a one-off, like I did. Maybe it's a one-off and this is telling me I need cleansing. But for the next day, the next morning, and they're both in the same spot, and they're both in a spot that shouldn't, from here and here, should never have got where they were. Start and think about things like that. Start and think, oh my gosh, this is a little bit more. This is a bit of a message here. This is something that I need to take notice of. Start thinking of those things. And now start looking at, are you doing your cleansings? So because I did the cleansing on the new moon, because this has happened, and this is the second in 2 days, I've now put on other protection jewelry, and I've now done a lot of other protection things. But I'm actually going to go, and even though I did a smudging on my home, I did the smudging on my home on the new moon, I'm actually going to go and redo it today. This morning, I'm actually going to put black salt down around as well, because I only do the salt and renew the salt every full moon. So what I will do now is I will get there and I will go through and smudge and put protection stones around and things like that, because it's going to take me, a little bit to remove the curse, because their intentions were so not hate-filled, but angst and angry and disappointment and all of those, and I feel as though a lot of it is, jealousy and bitterness and envy towards me, but also towards their bitterness and their anger and their resentment is towards themselves, that they haven't taken the steps to move forward, and they can see everyone around them moving forward and they're feeling stagnant, and they don't realize that they've chosen this path themselves. They can change it, but they choose not to, because they just don't want to do the work involved. They don't want to give up what they know they have to give up. They don't want to grab and move forward what they know they have to. They just are not willing to walk their path. They're not willing to walk their talk. They're not willing to walk their path. They're willing to latch on to everybody else and see if they can ride coattails for a little while. That shit's not going to happen, because sooner or later they've got to face their own demons, and they're not prepared to face their demons until they stop masking their demons. And this is with everybody. It's everybody. Until they stop masking their demons. Look, I'll be honest. I used to drink. I didn't drink every day, but I used to drink and I used to smoke. Never did drugs. But once I faced my demons, once I dealt with that stuff, there was no need for the alcohol to mask. There was no need for, me to overeat. There was no need for me to smoke. There was no need for those things in my life, because I had confronted my demons and, made a deal with them. They were to bugger off so that I could move forward. So, yeah. All right, guys, I just wanted to run this through and show you that, take heed and take notice, because your jewelry, your crystal jewelry especially, will try and tell you what's going on in your life. And even people who walk a spiritual path, even those who walk a spiritual line, still get caught up in, especially in people who have negative intentions for them, whether it be conscious or unconscious. So have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Much love. I would love you and really appreciate for you to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my Facebook page, which is Rainbow Farm Reiki and Readings. Check out my Insta, Rainbow Farm Reiki. And just generally support me if it resonates with you. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye.